So good morning, everybody. Can you hear me clear and louder?
Good morning, Chief. Yes,
Good
we can
morning,
hear you.
Chief.
Yeah, good morning. So,
Good morning, Chief. It's clear.
yeah, good morning. So let us start. So last class we stopped here that change in draft due to the change in density. It means the vessel where it is floating, if the water density changes, the draft also will change. Why it will change? We have seen last class because this uh, the volume of displacement, it means the weight of that is the displacement underwater portion, that will be equal to the displacement. If our displacement of the ship is same, then if the density changes, we have seen that if the volume of displacement in which will be, it means it will be equal to our displacement divided by rho. So if displacement remain constant, then when the density changes, the inverse delta has to change, because we have seen that suppose in river water, less density, this is the volume of uh, displaced water multiplied by the rho r, and this is equal to delta, that is the displacement, and this is delta r. Now if we consider the same displacement, vessel has entered into sea and the density has changed, and this is the delta sea water. So these two are constant. So what we can write here, delta S, inverse delta S multiplied by rho S, which is equal to constant. So this is constant because delta is constant. So once this is the equation for us, then if any change in density, suppose the seawater, the density increases, then what will happen? So the delta, inverse delta S has to reduce to make it constant. So river water density is reduced, so inverse delta has to increase to remain constant, the displacement remain constant. So because of that, what will happen, how inverse delta can increase or decrease? By changing the draft. So this is the seawater, because our density is higher, the volume of displaced water will be less, so this will be the draft. And whereas the river water density is less, so this has to increase, so that's why river water, the draft will increase. So this will be the draft, and there will be a change in draft. This will be the change in draft when the ship is entering from river to the sea or sea to river. That will be, this will be change in draft. It means when the vessel is in sea and then entering into the river, the draft will increase, and whereas from river to the sea, vice versa, then the draft will reduce. That is the way it happens. So there will be a change in draft. And if you see this equation, it is the same equation what I had written, because this inverse delta S multiplied by the rho S, that's what I have written, and delta is constant, because there is no, we are considering there is no change in displacement. So the change in volume will be how much? It means if you see this diagram, it means if this is the water plane area and we consider this water plane area remain constant, then what will happen? So this is the change in draft, multiplied by the water plane area. So that will be the volume which has changed. So we can we have seen that there will be a change in draft because of the, it means change in volume because of the draft. The change in draft means change in volume there will be, and if we know the water plane area at this level, at this draft, and we consider there is no change in water plane area because of this change, then we can calculate the volume of this change. So that is the volume it is talking about. It means what will be the volume? Volume, change in volume will be here, this is the sea water, this was the volume, and the river water, this has increased. So if we deduct this inverse delta R, which will be higher than the C, so this will be the change in volume. So we can deduct the inverse delta, that is the volume of displaced water in river water minus volume of displaced water in sea water. We can find out how much is the change. So that's what it is done here. So what we did, this is the inverse delta R minus inverse delta S, and that will be the change in volume because of the vessel travel from one density to the other density. So we can replace these two values in terms of delta and rho. That's what it is done. Then delta is constant, it is common, and we can write this equation. We can establish this equation. So 1 by rho R, this is R, and this is rho S. So then we can, it means suppose for us, so we have derived this. Now what we can do, the change of volume, it causes the change of draft. It means it has increased the draft when it has entered from seawater to the river water. So this delta, it means if we divide this, this is the V. V we have calculated how much volume it has changed. So from here, this is the V. Now if what is V, this, that another way we can calculate, as I told you, that is the AW multiplied by bodily sinkage or the bodily rise or bodily rise. That is the change in draft. Change in draft multiplied by the AW, that this volume is same. So what we can do, we can write here that this increase in draft we can write, because we can equate this, this equation. It means here we can write AW multiplied by the change in draft. So the change in draft, we can put this here. So this will be AW. So the change in draft in terms of delta, AW and rho, we can calculate. That's what it is done here. Exactly the same thing is done here. So this delta divided by AW multiplied by this. And this change in draft, it is in meter, we can convert into the centimeter. If we convert into the centimeter, then we'll have to multiply by 100. So we can change in draft, we can convert into centimeter. Once it is converted into centimeter, we have something here which is, we can replace this value with TPC. Because what is TPC? TPC we have calculated before, that is AW divided by 100 multiplied by rho S. if TPC in seawater. So this TPC will change depending on our where the vessel is floating, whether it is once the density of the water changes, our TPC value also will change. What we are considering that the rho s we are considering because TPC in seawater. So this way we can AW we can replace, because we have seen here we have replaced the AW. This AW we can replace in terms of TPC, because TPC is AW divided by 100 multiplied by the rho. So AW is TPC multiplied by 100 by rho s. If we put this value in AW, then what you are getting? It means this will be cancelled out. Rho s. It depends. In that case, what will happen? This we have put this 100 multiplied by TPC divided by rho s. Rho s come here. So 100 will cancel out. It will be delta divided by TPC, because this will be get cancelled out with this. So multiplied by rho s minus rho r divided by rho r. So we can derive this equation, that is the increase in draft. It means we have considered the vessel, increased means vessel was in seawater, it has entered into the river water. That's why we have taken this. So we can derive the change in draft will be this formula we can derive. So this will be our change in draft. Is it clear everybody, or any doubt till now? Any doubt, or it's clear to you? Till now, increase in draft, we can find out. This is the formula we can find out, because AW we replace in terms of TPC and rho s. So we'll get these values. And TP, it means increase in draft means it is entering from the seawater to the river water. And AW, as we have considered, it is remains same within that change in draft. Now, so for an example, we take a particular case of seawater density is 1.025, that is a standard one, and freshwater is 1. In that case, if you put these values, how much will be the increase in draft when it is coming from a density of seawater 1.025 to a density of freshwater 1 tons per meter cube? Then if you put these two values, you will get the delta divided by 40 TPC. Because if you calculate this, it will be 1 by 40. So this is called fresh water allowance. So why it is kept? Because in load line, you will see there is a summer load line and there is a freshwater load line. So these two difference, there are other lines also, only the summer and freshwater load line, that difference is this difference. This is the freshwater allowance. Why it is kept freshwater allowance? Because ship is in river, that time the draft will be more. And if a vessel loaded up to summer load line, then what will happen? Once it is going to the sea, the draft will reduce. So because of that, the owner will lose revenues. So the IMO does not want, because it is still safe, because it is, if it is loaded up to here, and once it goes to the sea, it will be loaded up to here, because this allowance is given to the owner. That's the reason load line convention, it provides this provision, so that the owner can earn revenue with the safe limit. It is not unsafe. Ship is not unsafe. And if you calculate, it will be 1 by 40 delta divided by TPC. that is in centimeter. Because TPC is tons per centimeter, it will be in centimeter. So this is in the load line, that is called fresh water allowance. It means if you enter into it is from the enter into the from fresh water to the sea water, you can load up to the freshwater draft, freshwater load line. So now let's see, this is a simple example. What is 10,000 tons displacement we have, water plane area is given to us, and a density water is this and moves to this. It means what will happen, the change in mean draft will be, it means there will be a change in draft, this draft will reduce. So in that case, how will you solve this problem? This is a simple problem. So we can directly, we know the change in draft. Okay, let me go to the solution, because this is a very simple numerical. So the change in draft, we know, this is the formula we have derived. So we can calculate delta is known to us 10,000, AW is known to us, which is given 1300, and rho S minus rho R both are given to us, so we can calculate this is the centimeter, this much centimeter, because we have multiplied by the 100. So 11.88 centimeter will be the change in mean draft. So this is directly from the formula. And another thing, if you suppose sometime formula you have a doubt during the exam, you can always derive it. It's a very simple and does not take much time. So that's why always derivation should be clear to you, so that you will be able to derive even if you have some doubt. So that will confirm that yes, your doubt is right or wrong, and you will get the correct value. Now, so we have seen any density change, it means if the displacement remain constant, there will be a change in draft, because of the underwater volume will change. Now, it's not necessary that, suppose you have loaded on the sea and you are entering into the river. So it will increase the, till now what we have seen, it will increase the draft. Change in draft will increase. But it's not necessary always, because what happened, from going to the sea to the river, you will be consuming fuel. Once you consuming fuel, in reality, what will happen? Displacement will reduce. Once the displacement reduce, then we can, what we'll do, means we'll say it may be reduced, or it may be same, or it may be increased. But the way we have calculated, it will not be that way, because we have considered the displacement is same. But it's not necessary that this displacement will remain constant because of the consumption of fuel stored. All this thing, once you consume, then it will reduce the displacement, and once the displacement is reduced, it means the change in draft also will change. It means it will reduce, and when it can go to the negative, it means because of this displacement. We'll have the numericals on that, we'll see that, and even it can be no change in mean draft. What happened when there will be no change in mean draft? In what circumstances? That V we have calculated, and that V, suppose that this V has got some mass, and that mass we have consumed, then mean draft will remain same. Have you understood what I said? That it means we are, if you see this formula, what we have done, this is the volume of change. Now this is in seawater and this is in river water. But by the times from sea it has come to the river, there is some consumption. It means this will be 0. If it is, there is no change in draft because of this consumption, it means the amount it has increased, the volume, same amount actually we have consumed. That's why it becomes 0. It can become 0. And once it becomes 0, what does it mean? Inverse delta R will be equal to the inverse delta S. It means if there is no change in draft, our volume of displaced water will remain same. And how it can happen? Because of the change in delta. Because we have consumed fuel, stores. And it has come to a situation where this change in volume of displacement becomes 0. In that case, what will happen? This volume will become same as this volume because delta has reduced. So there can be a situation, in fact, the ship calculate when to maximize the loading, they calculate that how much is the fuel consumption, and when it is entering into the river, the draft will increase, but because of this consumption, draft will reduce. So that ship still can safely enter into the river. So this is one of the calculation the ship does to maximize the cargo loading. So that there can be a situation like that. Now let's see this numerical. This numerical, we have 215 tons of fuel oil we have and the stores, and the ship is passing from seawater of density this to river water of density this. So mean draft remain unchanged. So there is no change in mean draft. So calculate the displacement in river water. Because our displacement will not remain same in the seawater and the river water. So how will you approach this problem? So in this case, suppose let us say the displacement in river water, it is delta R. So this is the displacement in river water. This we need to find out. So what is the displacement in seawater? So this will be the displacement in river water plus 215, which is been used. So this was there in seawater when she was flying in seawater. And after consuming this, it has become delta R, that is in the fresh water. So now what is the volume of displacement is that is the volume of displacement in a river. So this will be delta R divided by rho R. And what will be the in the it means it is so this will be because rho R is given to us, so it will be divided by 1.002. So this will be our the inverse delta R, that is the volume of displacement in river water. And now what is the seawater inverse delta S? So this will be our delta, that is delta R plus 215 divided by rho, that is 1.026. Here the mean draft, there is no change. What does it mean? These two values are same. So we can equate these two, this one and this one, So we can find out delta R. Is it clear, everybody? If we equate this to equation, then delta, because it is one equation, one unknown, delta R, we can find out delta R. So this is the way, this should be the approach of this numerical, because the moment the draft remain unchanged, our volume of displacement in seawater and the river water will become same. Then only there will not be change in draft. The moment these two are not equal, there has to be a change in draft. And this is the circumstances where it can be equal, there is no change in draft because the displacement is reduced in river water. By the time it has reached, it has consumed 215 tons of fuel and stores. And if you calculate this, because this is known to us, this is known to us, this is known to us, delta R, you'll get a value of 8976 ton. Is it clear, everybody, how to approach this kind of a problem? So let's see, it is the same thing what I did is here, so that inverse delta R and inverse delta S is equal, so we can find out the delta S. So this will be delta, it means what will be the, this is the delta, this is R, and this is in your handouts. Actually, I have not mentioned R, it is delta, that's why it is written delta. And delta plus 215 is in the seawater. So we can find out this, because one equation, one unknown, we can find out. Now there is, tell me, because of the change in density, will there be any change in trip? Have you got my question? There is a change in density of water. Ship has moved from different density. Will there be any change in trim? We have seen there will be bodily sinkage or rise. So change in draft will be there. But my question is, will there be any change in trim?
Yes, there will be.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. There will be. But why there will be, let us see. So this is the situation now. Now, if you see the longitudinal, trim is related to the longitudinal stability. So in this case, what will happen? Our draft is changed. So suppose this was the initial draft, and then now the final draft, because of the change in density, ship has moved from one density to the another density. This has moved. Why there will be change in trim? Because what is F? F is the centroid of the water plane area. Suppose this is the water plane area. It will be another side also. It will be. So centroid of that is F. For an example, F is here. Of this, it means this of this water plane area. And what will happen to the B, because of this change in volume? B was here initially, because B and G has to be on the same line. Now B will shift. Why B will shift? If you take the resultant, it means this is the volume which has changed. So this is the volume which has changed. So this volume has got this is now underwater volume which has changed, and this has got a centroid. We have considered this from here to here, the AW remain constant. And there will be a centroid of AW, that is F. And there will be a centroid of this volume, that is the B of this volume. So now that centroid, since AW is same, then what will happen, that B of, that is the bouncy, center of bouncy of this volume will be on the same plane of, vertical plane of, this will be F because it is the water plane area centroid, and there will be a centroid somewhere here, that is the, suppose let us write a small b. That is the center of bouncy of this volume, this changed volume. Now, previously B was here, and now this volume has changed. The B of that volume is here. So what will happen? B will shift towards this direction. So it is B will shift to B1. So now B is and G is not on the same vertical line. So what will happen? There will be a trimming moment, and this will be the trimming moment. So in that case, what will happen? B has shifted afterward, and G will not shift because the displacement remains same. So what will happen? We have seen that once the B and G is not on the same vertical line, there will be a trimming moment. And this is the trimming moment, and there will be a trim by head. In this situation, this, because it is clockwise, so this level, it means the level will increase, draft will increase, the ship will move down. And this side, the draft will increase and the draft will reduce and the ship will move up. So it will be by head. Is it clear, everybody? Have you understood what is the reason for having the trim? If there is an change in density, it will be there will be a change in trim also. All of you understood this? Okay, if you have understood, then how we can find out B1? Yeah, Valde, tell me.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
If the ship is first, before was stable, even keel, even if the seawater or change to the river, why it will be listed to other side? Why we have trim?
Trim, yeah. So let us see this way. So let us see this portion. There will be a change in draft. There is no doubt about it. And this portion will, this is the change in volume. This volume will change. So if we see this part only, it means if you see, this is our water plane area, and this is another water plane area. Okay. So this water plane area is this, and this water plane area is this. Now, what is F? F is the centroid of this water plane area. Suppose it is here. F is here. That is the center of flotation, because now draft has changed to this level. But when there is a change in draft, there is a change in volume. This much volume has changed from here to here. This is the total volume has changed. Now, this volume is giving you bouncy, because initially before up level was up to here, and there was a bouncy force, and that bouncy force was here, and it was at even keel, for an example, it is B is here, G is here, it is on the same vertical line. Now where is the centroid of this volume? If we consider this A W is constant, and if the area, this area centroid F is here, so definitely it will be on the same vertical line, somewhere inside. It means somewhere inside you will be having a point where you will be having suppose this is here. There is a centroid of this volume. Now this centroid of this volume will be for this additional volume which is giving us a upthrust. This will be small b. Now this small b, this is F. F is on the water plane area, LCF. And somewhere in the middle, it means in between, inside, there will be this centroid, what I have shown here, this will be somewhere here. It will be on the same vertical line because the AW is constant. So there will be a B here. Now because of the change of volume, which is giving us a upthrust, that centroid is somewhere else, not on this line. If it is on this line, there will not be any trimming moment. But the moment it has shifted, this centroid of this volume is here, then what will happen? Because what happened, if you take the forward side volume always will be less than the aft side. Because aft side the breadth is increasing. So what will happen? It will shift aftward. This centroid of this volume will be somewhere here. And initially the B is here. That is the underwater volume. This is the underwater volume was on seawater. There was a centroid of this volume and that is B here. So this was the B, where is the centroid of underwater volume. Now because of this change of volume, this centroid is not on this line. It has shifted, it is in this position. If initial B is here and the change, due to the change there is a B which is not on this line, then what will happen? Will the B remain? That is the, it means now we are talking about our centroid of the total volume in river water, because this is the total volume we are having, and that will have a centroid, and that centroid will not be at B because already the additional volume B is somewhere else, it is here. So B will shift towards aft and this will be B1. Walde, is it clear to you? Have you understood why the B will change position?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So now how will you find out this B1? We need to find out how much it has shifted. And that is giving us the trimming moment. If you see, now B has shifted to B1. This is the B1. And this was a B. So this distance, if we know, then we can find out what is the trimming moment, because our displacement is same, delta will remain same. So our trimming moment we'll have to find out the trim. And to find out that, we'll have to find out B1. So B1 we need to know, because that is the lever. Because of that, it will have a trim by head. So let us see how it is. It means B1 to calculate. So we know the same formula we can use, that how much volume actually has changed. So this is seawater volume and this is the river water volume, and we can deduct it, so we can find out V. And once we know V, why we are interested for V? Because that is the volume of displaced water. It means the displaced water has increased because of that change in volume. And this is the V, and we have derived this already. So we know that how much is the volume. Now, why we are interested for V? Because that is the buoyancy, it is related to buoyancy. It means the additional upthrust we have got for this V. And if we multiply it by FB, why if we are multiplying by the FB? Because of this. So this is F, okay. On this line, this is F. Now, this is FB. And our, this thing, the centroid of this volume is on the same vertical line because AW is constant. So this distance FB and this is small b and B, it is same. We are interested to know what is the perpendicular distance between these two. Because this, for this volume, change in volume, upthrust is through this. And this was the initial. So we are taking a moment at this axis. So we can find out that B1, in that case, we can calculate this moment if you take, so B1 multiplied by the delta, means inverse delta R. Because it has gone to the river, the draft has increased. And how much will be the shift? This multiplied by this. It means this I have written here. So if you take moment at the initial position at B, that perpendicular, that vertical line on B, if you take a moment, so how much B will shift to B1? That multiplied by the inverse delta R, because when you are talking about the volume of displaced water, it means you'll have to take the volume of displaced water for the buoyancy. So B1 multiplied by this volume of displaced water is equal to small v multiplied by FB, because that is the distance of the change of volume centroid. And we can find out B1. And once we know B1, it means V, we can replace the value we have calculated, and delta R we can write in terms of delta. It means inverse delta R we can write in delta and the rho of the river water. So we'll get this value. So this is the meter. In meter, B1 has shifted. So this will be B1. By taking the moment, we can find out what is the resultant B. It means resultant buoyancy force where it is. So longitudinally, we can find out by this formula. And once we know that B1, we know that it is not in line with the G vertical line. So it means there will be a moment. What will be the moment? It means there will be a change of trim. Now we know BB1. Once we know BB1, that is the distance between the G and B. So BB1 we have found out, that is the distance between G and B. And this distance, once we know the trimming moment. What will be the trimming moment? This BB1 multiplied by delta. So there will be a trimming moment. This is the trimming moment, and divided by MCT 1 centimeter. So that is the trim. So we can calculate, we need to know the BB1. Once BB1 is known to us, we can calculate the trim. So this change in trim, that is that the trim what we are calculating is change in trim. So how much will be the change in trim? Delta is known to us, BB1 we have found out, and MCT 1 centimeter we know, so we can find out, and how much will be the, it means BB1 you can replace from the previously we have derived it. So this value we can replace BB1 here, and we can calculate how much is the, it means we have replaced that value, and we can calculate how much will be the change in trim. Once we know the change in trim, we can find out, we know the LCF position, we can find out how much is the trim forward and trim aft. So this is the way we calculate, and in this case it will be if it is moving from river water into the sea water, then change of trim will be stern. And if it is moving from sea water to the river water, then it will be by head, because your B will shift aftward. And then when you are entering to the means it will vice versa, you are from the river water going to the sea water, then it is volume is reducing, so it will be shifting towards forward, so it will be by stern. Clear, all of you? Have you understood this and how to change of trim due to the change of density, and how will you calculate that how much is the trim? Once change of trim is known to us, you can calculate the trim. We have done in previous chapter. So similarly, we can calculate the forward and after. Yeah, Melissa, tell me.
Chief, yeah, it's clear for me, but this is happening only for irregular shape. It's for box shape will not change the trim.
So box shapes,
Box barge, for
yeah,
example.
box barge, it will be on the same vertical line. So definitely, if as long as it is on the same vertical line, what you are saying is correct, because that is the cross-sectional area is uniform. Whether it is midship cross-sectional area, or it means you have the parallel body. So that is the reason it will not change. And the trim, it will be only change of draft, bodily sinkage of the rise, no trim. But our convention, our standards means the it is non-standard shape sheet will have this kind of trim. Yeah, you are right actually, because in that case there will not be any change of cross-sectional area, midship cross-sectional area towards end, it will be remain same. Yeah, you are right actually, that what you ask, that is correct. So yeah, Teka, tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So, sir, can we say that, for example, this trim change is when the ship is going from the seawater to freshwater, or from freshwater to seawater?
Yeah.
But let's say if this is because of the change in volume, yeah? Volume of the... So, for example, if it is in the seawater, we are in the seawater,
yeah,
and then we add mass on the center of gravity. If we add mass on the center of gravity also, can we say that there is change in trim, same like this one?
So what you are saying, that you are adding some mass to the CG, okay?
Yes, yes.
So in that case, where you are putting the mass here, somewhere here on this line, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is your G.
So the draft will increase.
Draft will change. The moment draft will change, because of that also there will be a trim. Because once that, it means that's why we have seen, if you put a mass here, there will not be any trim. But if you put a mass here, the moment draft will change, what will happen? That change of draft will have a volume, that centroid of that volume, if not on this line, there will be a trim. Understood?
Okay.
That's
so
why, it's the same actually, because of the change of draft. In this case, change of draft has become because of the change of displacement. Displacement has changed.
Yeah.
Like the Melissa, what he asked actually, if it is a box barge, then what will happen? This, because of this change, centroid will become here. So there will not be any trim, but there will be a change in draft. Yeah, two of you had raised hand. Tell me one by one. Yeah, Dev, tell me.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah,
Good morning.
good morning, good morning.
So, Chief, this is because only we draft this more. That means we are changing from seawater to seawater. That means the draft will be less. So the trimming moment will be in the draft.
Say again, you are coming broken. Can repeat the question again? Or text me.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Tell me.
Okay, Chief. Yes, Chief. What I was asking is if the ship was moving from freshwater to seawater, the draft will be less, not more. So in this case, the trimming moment will be to the aft side, not to the forward.
Okay, let us see that. Okay, this has entered, the ship has entered from the seawater to the freshwater. Okay, and we have a trimming moment in clockwise direction. So the forward has increased because B has shifted outward. If you see that one of the diagram I have drawn, this is the water plane area. So in this area, if you see, your aft area is more than the forward area, isn't it? So what does it mean? This will give us this is the volume. So this volume, suppose this centroid of this water plane area, suppose this is the midship, it will be aft of midship, definitely, because the aft area, if you see this diagram, aft area is more than that. And where will be the B? B will be on the same vertical line, there will be B here, in the somewhere inside the volume. That is the centroid of the volume. So B will shift aftward. When it is from seawater, it's coming to the freshwater. But when it is freshwater to seawater, then what will happen? So when it has entered, B has shifted B1 here. Now when it is moving from opposite direction, then what will happen? This B1 will come to B if the displacement is same shape. So what had happened? B will come towards this side. It means B, when it is equilibrium, this B1 G is on the same line. That's the reason it will have a trim. It means this will have a trim like this. It means this will be this is that it means our vessel will have G and B1 has to come to the same line. So this will be it will come to same line. What does it mean? This water level has to be perpendicular to this. So once water level is perpendicular to this, it means this has to move down, and when you are changing the position, then what will happen? This, for an example, it was even keel position when it was in seawater. Now it has entered into the freshwater, there will be a by-head trim. Now when it B will come to B, B1 will come to B, same shape, same displacement, what will happen? This has to come to even keel back. So unless there is an opposite trim, means the anti-clockwise trimming moment, will it come back to the even kill? So it will have a reverse situation now. When it has entered from the seawater to the fresh water, it has entered. It means it has have a forward trim by head. Now when it is moving in opposite direction, same displacement, same density, same shapes, it has to have this opposite trimming moment. And why it will happen? Because B1 will shift in forward direction. From seawater to freshwater, it has moved in aft direction. And we know that G and B, G does not move. G is here, that is the perpendicular, means the vertically downward force is acting, and B now has shifted to this. So that is the B1. That is the reason we have the upward moment, and then this is clockwise. And now B will shift to, because at that trim, B, G will be on the same line. Suppose G is here, this will be on the same line because of the trim. That's why vessel has to trim to bring back to the same position, the same on the same vertical line. And once it is on the same vertical line, what will happen? Now this B1G is on the same line. After that, when it is entering into the reverse direction, then what will happen? This B1 will shift to B. So this will shift to B back. And because of that, now that B and G will not be on the same line because the vessel is trimmed. Then there will be a trimming moment in this direction. Is it clear? Have you understood or no? David? So this one is clear to you, isn't it? Once this one, what will happen? This water line, it means has to increase in. Yeah, there was a net problem. Let us restart again. So let us see this. This one, the B has shifted to B1. Okay, that's why you have got a trimming moment clockwise direction. That is